everyone, Michael here from AltCoin Buzz, and today I wanted to speak to you about how ICOs are going to be the future of investments. Now before we start, I want to go over what an ICO is for those who don't know. What an ICO stands for is Initial Coin Offering. It's what a lot of companies are starting to use to be able to get funds for their projects, and you see it being used a lot in the crypto space. Now, why I believe ICO is going to be the future investments requires a story. I recently went to the Rice University pitch competition where students from all across the country and world come together with a business plan and they pitch to investors their idea. And it was like a 3-day event. It was really cool to watch, these 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, trying to pitch their idea to real money investors. And there was like over, I believe, 42 teams. So I'm there watching this, their pitch, and they're asking, for money. And they're kind of asking for very small amounts, like a few $100,000 here and there. And they're saying, oh, this is how much you're going to get in return. And then me and my business partner went and spoke to one of the host of the event, one of the guys who was kind of running the event and was help moderating the event. And we spoke to him, pitched him an idea, during a luncheon after. And he was very critical in a sense, as you should expect, like a guy who has years of having probably thousands of pitches thrown at him. He's going to be very critical of your idea and ask a lot of questions. But it got to a point where he wasn't critical in the sense of just trying to find and poke holes in the idea. Is that he was tunnel visioned on what a good project is and totally did not believe in blockchain technology. His quote was, "In my circle of investors, blockchain is a joke." And I was like, oh my God. Like, it clearly showed me that he had a very narrow view of what the capabilities of the blockchain technology can bring to the world. And which made me think, you know what? Blockchain is still a new concept. A lot of people don't understand it. And a lot of these big investment houses are really probably don't know anything about it. And if they know anything, they probably just hear of Bitcoin and scams and, everything negative. And they might be one or two guys who might actually put time to invest in it. And you have heard of like cryptocurrency investment houses being, created to specifically invest in cryptocurrency projects or anything within blockchain projects. But the traditional investment houses, when you're looking for those investor funds, think of like a Shark Tank, there is I would say a barrier of knowledge, them understanding the capabilities that are out there with this technology. So if I connect those two, of talking to this gentleman and seeing these students, and their teams putting their heart out there, I was wondering, man, how much of these people who are listening to these pitches, who are, a small number of people, really might not understand what the person is really pitching and how big that problem is, because they really have no insight into the market. Now, the point of, when you're presenting is that you're supposed to be able to give a clear picture of the problem and by giving a clear picture of that problem, the investor who didn't know the problem and doesn't really know the industry could now learn from it and want to invest. Well, that's all good and dandy, but are they really going to invest a lot as they should be? Are they just going to be like the guy I was speaking to, just completely write it off because, like I said, in his circle of friends, blockchain is a joke? And that might be the same kind of opinion someone has about a different subject who might be an investor. They might think some type of medical technology or this business plan or this whole market segment is a joke. So why is our ICOs going to be the future investments? Well, ICOs opens the door for everyone, Joe Schmo, Jane Smith down the road, anyone to participate in getting early in these firms, you know, putting their money in and hoping for some type of return. You know, I guarantee you, Jeff Bezos of Amazon, you know, he went and looked out for seed money through investment houses. What if he actually put it out to the world and be like, hey, everyone, this is my idea. What do you think of it? And this is the whole business plan. And ICOs take advantage of the technological advancements we have gone through, you know, since the creation of the internet and being so globally interconnected in such a communication kind of sense of just the transfer of information, that the old way of looking for investors and for that seed money, that angel investor, is kind of going away. That's why you see projects like Kickstarter, you know, websites like Kickstarter and GoFundMe be so popular, because they're not looking for that specific investment. They're putting their idea out there to the globe, and anyone who sees, like, you know, that's a damn good idea, I want to invest in it. I think that is a great quality of life solution. I want to put my money into it. And this is what ICOs are doing. I mean, they're great. Of course, there's been a lot of issues with ICOs because they're kind of unregulated, and regulations are coming. You can find information on the SEC webpage, and I highly recommend you check this out and read more up on it. And we need these regulations because there's been a lot of scams with ICOs, people taking advantage because there aren't any regulations currently in the space. And if there are any, they're kind of coming in. It still hasn't really matured to really protect you, the investor. So once that that base of regulation to protect you as an investor really starts building, you're going to see a lot of projects that would normally be begging and like, please give us money. We have this idea. It's going to fix this huge problem. Now they can just come to the internet, the global internet, and pitch it to everyone. So that is why ICOs, or something like an ICO, is gonna be the future of investments. The old ways going away. No longer are these elite investment houses gonna get the inside track when it comes to these amazing investment opportunities of being a part of an amazing project or an idea. So that's just some food for thought for you guys that I hope opens the world of the potential of what ICOs can bring to, traditional investments. And you could check out different ICOs if you like and really read up on these projects. You got websites like ICO Alert and ICO Bench. And you can also look to see what nations and countries, what kind of regulations they might have on different ICOs. Either they be allowed with certain rules, or like in China where it's completely banned. Highly recommend you look into this idea of ICOs and how they're going to evolve from their very wild, wild west beginning to a very investor protection kind of regulation to really protect your investments and get on a really good project and bring future change that is desperately needed, especially with all the technology that's out there. There's a lot of problems that still exist that should not exist. That's all from me today, guys. Do remember to check out the AltCoin Buzz website for any updates, and the AltCoin Buzz Twitter, and also the AltCoin Buzz ladies Twitters, which is actually pretty fun to check out because everyone has a great opinion on there and just a different perspective on the cryptocurrency markets. That's all from me. Have a great night.